And we are live. Let us begin and get started. Oh, so if you were here last night, I apologize. We had a major power outage that completely killed us. So hopefully things will go better tonight. There's no storms going on. So we're gonna head over here and get started on this field again, straight off. That is the plan. We're gonna park off over here so we're not in the road and get things moving. Now let me know if my audio levels are too low or too high. I think they should be okay, but we shall see. That was a bit loud. Come on, connect up. Okay, let's. There. Didn't want to connect, was partly too far away. So we're just going to head up here a bit, turn around and start. I don't have crop construction, so not so bad. Okay, let us get everything set up and we shall get to harvesting this field, make some money and reduce the field cost. Hopefully we'll get a few people in, check. And of course I get stuck straight off on a tree. How many times is that going to happen on our first way down the field? Hopefully not too many. Oh. Yeah, I couldn't believe it. I just got 15 minutes in last night into my live stream and boom, power went out. Power came back on. I was thinking, yay, I'll be able to restart. Nope. Power went back out and didn't come back up for hours. Damn it. Everything was out against me. But tonight, it's calm, it's cold outside. So, fingers crossed, everything will go smooth. We want a good stream. I hope we'll get a few people come back in like we had last night. I know I've got one person watching right now. Hopefully more of you will come in. And don't be afraid to talk in the chat. I will talk to you guys. Someone came in. Hello. Oh. Can't believe I'm having to cut this field again. I mean, 15 minutes stream last night and I didn't even get halfway down this field. That is how big this field is. We went away again. Come back. Now if you're new here, please hit that subscribe button. We're trying to get as many subscribers as possible. We want to grow nice and large for you all. And the more subscribers, the better. I'm just cutting away nice and steadily. The good thing about this is it means I can sit here and talk to you guys as we're working our way around the field. That's what I do like about this game. I'm not having to constantly adjust to do things and whatnot while I'm working. I don't need to concentrate constantly on the game and forget to talk. But for those that are new here, this is the horse Agrovation DLC, and there's the horse, sorry, it's the Agritechnica DLC. This is the horse Agrovation farm map that came with the DLC. Tongue twister. And I may do these almanacs quite often as live streams, because I mean, especially these large fields, I'd normally have to do a time lapse or something of the field, and while I don't mind doing them, it also can be a little inconvenient on actual recordings, because it ends up just being a spot with maybe some music playing or something, and a time lapse of me driving around the field in circles when I could be talking to you guys or whatnot, answering questions. So that's where I feel these live streams are more beneficial in that sense. But we're doing good getting down this field. But it's a big field. $374 minutes. It's not going to take that long to cut this entire field, but that's one good thing. The AI for some reason doesn't want you to do it 100% on the field. What they classify as 100% isn't 100%. Fortunately. One thing I do wish is that the AI system would, when you're doing a mission like this, have maybe a tractor and trailer come in to collect the grain from you, take it away somewhere, because when this gets full, it just keeps filling. It's a little unrealistic that way. I'll have to see if they can update that in Farming Simulator 2019. And hopefully we'll get ground deformation as well then. That would be a nice addition. But for now, we will just keep on rolling. Keep on cutting. I wonder how, I forgot to look to see how much I'm going to get paid for this job as well. That's a thing I need to check out. And we're just rolling along nice on camera. I wonder exactly how long it's going to take to get to the point the AI is happy with. It's going to be interesting to see. Everything seems to be running okay. I'm pretty certain the audio levels are good. You guys will let me know if you can't hear me, so that's the main thing. And we just swing around here. Now this edge I'm going to have to watch, because there's some trees that are really badly placed along here. I may actually just hold out a little. Yeah, I can slip in a bit here. I'm going to have to watch as we come down here, because there is trees that do sit out really close to the edge of the field, or in some cases right into the field. And you don't want to get hooked up in one of those. No, I don't want to get hooked up on them. One thing, when I do buy this field, a lot of these trees will get taken out. I'll just come in with a chainsaw and clear them. Get the timber, get the stump cutter in and clear out the stumps. And all will be good. And we drifted too far across. So I was talking about, you cannot tell where the edge of the field is sometimes, or where the trees are. You just got to try and feel it out as you come along. I'm just going to leave a little bit of an edge to come down here, because you can see how close some of these trees are to the edge of the field now down through here, and it just gets worse as you come round. After this section here, there's a kind of open section which allows you to get around this hole here, and then it gets really bad with the trees. They kind of step right out into the field in some places. Yeah, it's further down here. There's a little bit of an opening here so I can get a bit more closer in. Hi Lee, I just saw your message up there. My audio level's good for you? Just want to make sure I'm not too quiet or not too loud. I'm not set up yet for moderators or that. Maybe in the future. Right now there's only 2 of you in here. So no need for a moderator when there's only 2 of us. Or 2 of you. As things start to grow, I'll be looking for moderators and whatnot, so we'll see where things go then. But keep on cutting. Oh, here comes more people. 3 people in here now. Woohoo. Tonight? I've only been live 14 minutes. I've done live streams in the past, but this is my first one in a while. I've been doing a lot of just regular videos lately, getting back into the swing of things. So I'll be better soon. I have a little recording studio built very shortly, and I'll be doing a lot more live streams and whatnot then, so thanks, I appreciate that. But the whole goal is more subscribers tonight, hopefully. Trying to grow. Things have been moving lately. That's one thing. I have gained quite a few subscribers in the past month, which has been a nice boost to me. Okay, hang on a second. I will just boost it up a bit. That should be better. How's that now? I'm not sure what the delay is on what you're hearing and what I'm saying is at the moment. Okay. We'll just keep cutting away now. This field is absolutely massive. Okay, I'm glad that's better for you. I'm sorry if there's any interference. There's not much I can do with that. It's because I'm running through a mixer rather than a headset or that. I like the quality better from the mixer. but when you're streaming live you do get the odd bit of static now and again. I'll tell you what, I'll just go ahead and do that and we'll be good. Oh crap, I forgot to put my chats back on top. There we go. That's better. Yeah, the big 9380 Delta. I'm a bit of a Massey fan myself. Used to drive them back in the day. Actually, I've drove about anything and everything you can think of. Everything from Lamborghini all the way to John Deere, International, Massey Ferguson, British Leyland. Crazy. That British Leyland was the very first tractor I ever learned to drive at the grand old age of 5 years old. Oh, this is going to be fun. Oh, there's no collision on that. Okay. Oh. Well, we nearly made it round this field once, I believe. Ah, the good old Fords. Can't beat them. Yeah, that's what I was raised on, was a dairy farm. Fresh milk every morning, freshly squeezed from the cow. Oh, we're not nearly all the way around the farm. Oh, the field, there's still a chunk of it. I thought it was further around the field than I thought. It's one of these little weird sections on this. Okay, we'll get cut round this edge here. Massey 165. I think it's crazy how automated some of the tractors have become in comparison to what I originally drove. And now you've got all these freaking semi-automatic gearboxes and all the rest. Well, that's not a bad size herd, 120. They'll at least get to see the friggin' light of day, I'm betting. There was a farm I seen, a guy had put up photos of his farm, dairy farm. They have 3,000 head of cattle on the farm, and the cattle do not see the light of day. They're kept in sheds year round. It's like, that's not right. They need to be out eating grass. That's in my opinion is anyway. They need to be out eating grass. Okay, on to our second pass around this freaking field. It just took us 21 minutes to make the first pass around this field, so it'll probably take us about 19 minutes to get around this one. Yeah, in the winter time, yeah, I can understand having them in sheds, feeding them silage and whatnot, but the summertime grazing, But this whole, they live in the sheds year round, never out on pasture at all. I don't agree with it. I know my grandfather wouldn't. He used to win awards for his dairy. Geez, this field is huge. I think this is the biggest field on the map. No, it's not. I thought it was on the biggest field. Field 7's the largest field. Damn, that's a big field. Yeah. I'm the same. I do agree with that. 3,000 head of cattle as well is an absolutely insane number of cattle on a dairy farm. Milking them 2 or 3 times a day. They must be using robot milkers or something, you know, to actually be able to deal with that kind of number. Because otherwise the dairyman would be on duty all day long, just plugging on cows and then plugging them off. Oh man, this Agrovation farm is monstrous. I do like this horse DLC though. There's some good stuff on it. Definitely some good stuff on it. Jeez. I'm glad I have course play. Me, I'm from Scotland originally, but I live in the States now. I've been in the South for 7 years, so my accent's a little strange. A little strange. And we're getting down. It doesn't make any real difference in the game, unfortunately, but you're up late tonight. So what? 5 hours. Midnight over there? I believe. Cutting away. As I say, there's one thing I am hoping they fix in the next game. Is with the AI mission fields like this. My tank is basically full. It's just slowly creeping up, and it'll just keep doing that now until the field's finished, rather than having, you know, an AI tractor and trailer come out and empty me. It just does this on a mission field. It gets annoying sometimes. Yeah, I thought so. 12:30. or thereabouts. This is insane. Fortunately, the field will get smaller each time I go around it. Each time I go around, it will get a little bit smaller. A little bit less to cut. Do you play Farming Sim yourself? That's the one that's in the game. I have no, apart from the horse DLC, I have no mods running on this game. There's a legitimate playthrough, no money cheat. Completely clean, legit playthrough. Anything I do, whether I succeed or fail, all depends on me and my farming skill. Yeah, I play some ATS now and again. I'm gonna have to get back into playing it again now that the new content is finally dropping. I got kind of stagnated on playing it because it was limited for so long, and now we're getting another state, or got another state, I'm not sure. It's been a while since I looked. I think it's out now, the new state, so I'll have to get it and check it out. I've got some more videos I need to record for this week for my channel. I'm going to be doing a video of Emergency 20, covering it this week. So, along with all my usual Farming Sim videos and whatnot. I like to put out plenty of content. I do a lot of mod reviews for mod makers and whatnot as well, so awesome. Someone keeps either lots of different people or it's one other person keeps popping in and out on the channel all the time. It keeps popping up to 3 watching, then 2 watching. And there is someone else watching in here, they're just hiding somewhere. We're coming up on the time. I actually managed to get started last night, so might get a few more people pop in next. I actually got started earlier, actually on time tonight. Do you have the new state for ATS, or have you still to get it? Just wondering if... What the hell? bloody Windows wanting me to restart my computer, and it's like, no, I'm busy right now, leave me alone. It looks interesting to me anyway, the new state. Hopefully, I see they've been streamlining some of the stuff to do with signage and whatnot, so hopefully we might start getting a faster number of states being issued. Maybe 2 or 3 a year. It would be nice. Fingers were locking up. Fortunately, I have cruise control and I'm going in a pretty much straight line at the moment. Oh, it'll be interesting to see where they go next after New Mexico. Was it New Mexico? I think it was. What the next state will be, if they're going to go north or if they're going to continue east. Okay. Wow. I did not realize this field was so large. This wasn't too bad. I know I still need to get a bot set up and get a new overlay made. As I say, I used to do streaming, but my overlays don't match my new graphics and that I use now. So I need to spend a little time making new overlays so that I can have that going again. But actually setting up for streaming, because OBS actually is quite easy to use. Quite easy to use, sorry about that. Got a frog in my throat. Because all you need for OBS if you're streaming to YouTube is when you go into your live stream panel, you get the stream key and select that and feed it into OBS and tell it the ingest server to use, and you're good to go. But you do need half decent internet to be able to do a lot of streaming. That is one downside. Sorry, I'm gonna have to have a drink. That's better. Sorry about that. Not fun when something starts tickling your back of your throat when you're trying to speak. I'm not sure how long I'm going to go for tonight. I might go a couple hours. Kind of break myself back into doing live streaming again. Once I get my studio set up properly, I'm going to be doing a lot of live streaming. I've done oh, when was it? It was a charity live stream I done one time. I went 22 hours non-stop. I was trying for 24 and I just ran out of energy by 22 hours. I couldn't do any more. But I do want to in the future be able to do charity live streams again. I have a couple of charities I do want to do work for. Hopefully be able to raise some money in the future for them. Okay. So yeah, that took, what's it now, about 16 minutes this time to make that round. It's getting shorter to make to clean this field up. But wow. I'm just looking at the pie chart in the top right hand corner. I'm not even a quarter of the way done after 40 minutes of harvesting. That's insane. Actually, I wish I was able to use one of the combines off of the farm. It's one of the large tracked ones. Oh. Yeah. Fun, fun, fun. I know. If you notice, it has slowed right the way down now. When it first started, it was working at its normal rate. But now it's all the way down to like 1% every time round the field, just because there's an AI based mission I'm working on. You know, it's giving me a never ending tank. I hate that fact. I honestly wish they would script in AI to send in tractors and whatnot to keep pace with you and whatnot. Because if this was my field and I was harvesting it, I'd have to have a truck or something keeping pace with me, or a tractor keeping pace with me and taking all the grain back. I'm kind of glad they didn't add collision to these poles, but at the same time, you wouldn't plant right up close to the poles. You know yourself, you live in the UK. You leave a circle around about the pole in the field when you're ploughing or whatnot. Super Combine. Jesus. My other field of crops will be ready to harvest by the time I'm done with this field. My own personal field, that is. Okay. That is insane. Yeah, the trees. Definitely. Especially the back edge of this field here. It's just nuts with the way the trees are. It'll drive you crazy. But when I do buy this field myself, I will take care of that. I'll spend some time doing some logging and clear out the trees that are in my way. God damn it, go away. Sorry about that. Windows once again being a pain popping up on me. It's like, really? I'm trying to drive a combine here. And you're breaking my immersion. Okay, we're nearly a quarter of the way done in harvesting this field. Oh Lord. How? That's insane how large this field is. I need something like a 60-foot header on it. I laugh at as I say, I do mod reviews. Okay, good talking to you, and thanks for subscribing. See you around. And back to the grind. I'm sorry about that, guys. I cannot wait to have my recording studio and would have to deal with thump 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 thump. Okay, makes me wonder how long is it gonna take me to harvest this field. Well, we'll just keep harvesting away until we're done. I'll probably do be our entire live stream as this field, but we shall see. We shall see. And down round we come. You see, we're going to be getting further along each time, I'm sure, because it maybe jump forwards a little as we come round. Because I know the top end of the field is getting very narrow. Mind you, it is quite wide down the back edge here, so that's maybe what's wrong. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how it plays out. We'll just keep chomping away. I didn't realise there was this much water on this map, to be honest. The way that's marked, it looks like it's a road rather than a stream. certain. And the pond itself is actually off the map. So definitely looked like a road. Okay, we'll do a back turn here and come back in on the straight. That way we can get some of this here at the same time. There we go. Yeah, it does seem to be actually moving forwards a little faster now on how much of the field we've got left to cut, so I'm guessing it's to do with this bottom edge here rather than the top end of the field more than anything. But we shall see. %. It's going to hopefully give me a good chunk of money. I do need it. I've got crops to plant, or well, crops to harvest, crops to plant. I've got to start thinking about buying fields to expand myself. That's one of the reasons why I'm doing this mission field here, because I was wanting to reduce the cost of it. Seeing the size of this thing, what I would actually possibly do is split it and grow 2 different crops in it, but I'll see when it comes to it once we buy it. Depends what's more economical for me. Do I plant out the field and 1 crop, or do I split it into multiple crops? I suppose I could let you guys decide that as well in the future. Oh, we're making pretty decent time coming up here though. Seem to be doing not bad at all. The field this way up anyway is a lot narrower and getting more so every time I come through, which is a good thing. It means we're getting to where we want to be. Which is a well cleared field. And money in our pocket. That is a main feature. And we need the monies. I need to invest in a steering wheel. It's easier on my hands than the keyboard at times when the arthritis is bad. That's for sure. Okay, cutting our way through. Just leaving that little patch there for now. We can always get it in the future if we need to. Just trying to keep my cuts nice and straight now, or straighter. That is a lot of grain. I wonder how much you'd actually get from a full field harvest of this. Actually quite interesting to find out how much the field yields, and how much money you'd make from selling said yield. To boot. A little pickup truck sitting over there waiting on us. I know, I'm straightening things out here, straightening the combine. Got to make my cuts. There we go. Nice and clean. Okay, I'm not really seeing much of a delay on the channel, and maybe a bit of a delay on the chat, but on the channel it doesn't seem to be much of a delay at all, which is always good, especially when talking to you guys. And cut back in. Like so. And off we go again. And that should hopefully take us to halfway down this side. Hopefully anyway. Come on, little peoples. Come out and watch the show. It's lonely here without you all. Yes, I'm crazy. I'm a crazy Scotsman. He's live streaming Farming Simulator. And once again I got a frog in my throat. That's better. Always keep a drink on hand when you're streaming. You never know when you're going to need it. Just keep your throat wetted. But we will keep on harvesting this field. It's just a case of slowly working our way around it. As insane as it seems, the amount we're having to harvest. Yeah, I'm gonna be here for a little while. But I did say I wanted to live stream. I may have to bring it back to forestry episodes as well. Do a live stream forestry work. Might be interesting. Some of you might want to watch that rather than me going around the circles in a giant field. Might do that for our next live stream. Do a forestry special. Maybe even a deep woods construction. If I can find a suitable map. I'll have to see. But for now, we shall just keep going round and round and round. And slowly drive ourselves insane. Oh, I forgot to check how long that took to do that time round there. Oh well. Hello there, chaps. Anyone alive out there? Just doing a little bit of combining here on Agrovation farm. Doing a mission field. Make some monies and well, make some monies and help reduce the cost of the field. That's the plan anyway. Even though it's not the biggest field in the place, it's still a huge field. I have been combining now for nearly 1 hour straight. And that is how far through the field I am. Which is absolutely crazy. To be honest. When you see this, but it is a decent sized field, that's for certain. I definitely have to think about buying it in the future. We're in field 2. It's about the same size, maybe as field 8. Field 7 is just a monster, which is going to be really interesting doing missions on that. But at least it shouldn't have trees growing in among the crops right along the edge like this one did. This was a pain because of that. Oh. I hope that didn't get broadcast out to you guys. Probably did. I need to remember to turn off Xbox notifications in the future. I forgot about them on this system. Yeah, well, no biggie. Not when we're an hour in already anyway. And still cutting away. Good God. I feel like I'm going to be cutting here for the rest of my life. Now, if only a combine in the game there wasn't all sorts of cheaty can hold the amount of grain this thing's holding at the moment. And back through we go again. Missed a little bit there, but yeah, it happens. Okay, onwards. Onwards we chomp. Nearly halfway through the field. God, that melts my mind when I'm saying that after an hour of combining. I'm nearly halfway through. More like 1/3 of the way through. Yay, go me! Stay over. Stop missing parts. Gotta watch on these fields. Sometimes there's little bumps that'll knock your combine off course. You end up missing some stuff as you go along if you're not careful. Although on a mission like that, on a mission field, it's not a biggie. You know, it's if you need that little bit to make the 100%, you just hunt it down afterwards and run it over. Like I may have to come down here and kind of work among these trees to get the full 100%. I'm not sure. We shall see. As you can see, the trees grow right out into the field, which is a nuisance. I will make them all disappear. Now then, cut round here. It is getting quicker to make my way around the field. That's certainly one thing I'm glad of. Okay. Roll down here to the edge. Make the turn. Although this doesn't have the best turning radius, even though it's rear wheel steering, this one just seems to be a little tight on the a little loose on the turning. Not sure why that is with this Massey. Some of them turn up and turn a lot better. Mind you, God, thinking back of some of the tractors I've driven, 3 or 4 inch of loose steering, loose play in the steering wheel, and they expect you to drive this with a trailer loaded up with rock along the road. It's like, this is going to be fun. Tractor slaloming along the road, constantly having to make adjustments to your heading. You're either heading for the wrong side of the road or you're heading for the banking. It's like, oh. It's absolutely crazy. Okay. Little adjustments here and there just to watch my course. I think we're pretty good on that heading. Or maybe not, we started drifting. That's what I'm talking about. It just seems to almost like there's little bumps or lumps that just seem to alter the course of the combine as you're going along. But we're making good time. Hopefully this time round we'll be about halfway through the field. And then we'll know exactly where we're going and how much we could left to cut. We're doing pretty good though. We're going to start shortening this run out because either this time round or the next it should clean up this headland a bit up here and it'll start moving further and further down the field as we go. That's always good when that happens. Jumpy, jumpy, jump. Now, if you guys are new here, please hit the subscribe button. We're trying to grow the channel right now, and every subscriber, every like, every comment, everything helps. Even if you dislike a video, if you don't like it, hit the dislike button. That helps me as well. As crazy as that sounds. But hopefully you guys will enjoy the videos and hit the like buttons. I may need to in the future find a couple of people to do some live streaming with in a group. Might be interesting. Maybe a couple of the YouTubers and do some live streaming that way. Certainly be interesting to do a live stream that way. Okay. Come on, keep cutting. Yeah, next pass should actually take care of most of this headland up through here. And then each time through it'll get further and further down the field until where the field widens out. So that's good. Yeah, I'll be happy with that. That means it'll take less and less time to make my way around the field. Things should start hopefully filling up faster then, or finishing off faster. Okay, here we go, cut it back round, cut in again. Yeah, as you can see, next cut will just give me a little slither there. I'm just gonna kind of take a little slice off of here right now, and I'll let myself slide kind of back in till I'm at full cut width. There we go. That means next time we come around it takes a bit less. I'll take a good chunk off the back edge of that field. It's this angle strip here that actually every time I come around is going to really help push the headland back down the field a long way each time, to be honest. Nearly missed a bit. I'm trying to get as much of it as I can in each cut, so it's a lot better that way. I just can't get over how large these fields are. Now this isn't even the largest field. Field 8 will be like a 4-hour long live stream. Just to do one mission on it, it's like, wow. That'll be insane. Okay. Fortunately, once I start dealing with it, I have some larger equipment I can use, and I also have courseplay which I can use then myself, or even just hiring workers. and a combination of workers and courseplay, that will make things a lot easier. But we'll just see how things play out. Because I could actually have 2 combines doing this field if I wanted, because of courseplay, plus I've got 2 combines. And just work them together. Something like that, or have 1 combine on courseplay, 1 being operated by myself, and the AI driving the vehicles to transport the grain. So there's different ways I could do it, that's for certain. Yay, we're nearly halfway down and done on the field. This has been insane so far. Hello the checks, hello the checks. I'm lonely, so lonely. It seems weird sitting talking to myself for an extended period sometimes. I'm not exactly talking to myself because there's 1 person watching somewhere. Somewhere out there in viewer land there's 1 person watching. Which is nice to know. As I harvest this field. We're doing good. I think we're doing pretty good. I've been happy with the turnout so far on the stream as well. It's been pretty decent. Not bad for my first actual proper stream in a long time. To have as many people pop in as I have had so far. Hopefully more will pop in. Maybe some will stick around to talk. But my stream's nice and healthy and solid frame rate. No errors. Which isn't bad for being alive for an hour and 15 minutes. Some streams get really bad after just a short period of time. Nearly down this edge again. In case of cutting back across this way. Bit by bit. Okay. I'm going slightly mad. I'm going slightly mad. Oh Lord. It feels like I'm going nowhere fast. Okay, bringing it round. I'll start cutting back in again. Like so. I'm missing a little bit each time on that corner. Hopefully it's not going to come back and bite me too hard. But at least I'll know what it is if I do need to come hunting for it. I don't think I will need to though. I am glad they have cruise control on these vehicles. It makes for a lot easier driving when you're doing these extended fields like these. No cruise control would be a bad time. My fingers would be locked and cramped in such a bad way. Okay. So I do want to try and get into a schedule of doing live streams. I'm not entirely sure yet what that schedule is going to be. I'm just kind of playing it by ear at the moment when I live stream and whatnot, but in the near future I definitely want to be doing maybe 2 or 3 live streams a week. Bring you guys some entertainment on the farms, maybe in the trucks as well. We shall see. Definitely once I got the recording studio going though, that'll be a lot better for doing live streaming in on a regular basis. You guys will be able to catch me quite often live streaming, as well as recording a lot of stuff and whatnot. So, wow, this is a huge field. If I was really driving this combine, I'd be fighting falling asleep. Bad enough sitting here at the computer doing it. And another swath cut. Swing it round. Cut our way back in. This guy better pay me an arm and a leg for all this work he's had me do. Where's field 2? Oh, that's field 1 on the other side. Okay. I was kind of worried the other side of that stream was still field 2 and I was missing a chunk of it each time I was coming around. But it's field 1. Thank God. Here's the keys are cutting away. But this time round, it will take out a good chunk of this headland up here, and it'll mean that it'll be a shorter run on these edges the next time round, so on and so forth. But there, we are now approaching halfway around this field, finally. After an hour and 21 minutes of combining one single field, we're nearly halfway done. Major mission field. Absolutely major mission field. Got to love it. Or maybe hate it. Oh! Rolling, rolling, rolling. Keep that combine rolling, 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 rolling along. We'll cut corn. Oh God. Now I'm singing. I'm torturing you all. Quick, run to the hills. Run for your lives. Can't help it. I'm now speaking in song lyrics. Help! Oh. 124. 300 minutes left to do this in. I'm going to do it in plenty of time, like, but wow. They certainly gave us plenty of time to combine the field. Mind you, I'm not exactly halfway through it yet. It's still a little bit to go. I keep looking up thinking it's halfway and it's like, nope. Nope. Good God. What does it take to get halfway around this field? But if you're looking for a map that has large fields that isn't an American map, because it's a European map, but it has absolutely huge fields and doesn't feel enclosed, this is one for you, definitely. Definitely say it's definitely one for you all. I have been seeing people asking for larger maps that don't feel enclosed like some of the European ones do. But that is Europe. A lot of the farms in Europe are very small, or tight anyway. The fields aren't huge, they're not massive. I know that personally. They're not these monster flatlands you get out here in the States. So it's just neat little fields that maybe 30 or 40 acres in size instead of these 1,000 hectare things they have over here. Ugh. But you know, I want to be able to do my farm work in a day. I don't want to have a team of 20 just to combine one field. Maybe a team of 3. A couple of tractor drivers and a combine driver. Okay, let's get us turned around. We'll take out a chunk of this headland here nicely. That's what I like to see. Eat that headland. I'll take it back anyway about 30 or 40 meters anyway before we have to start turning. There we go. There's going to be a little kind of peak left, but we'll pick that up next cut through. Each time you'll just move that bit further back across the field. We're so close. One more little glip and it's going to be halfway through this field. It's probably going to happen exactly at 1.5 hours. It's insane how big this field is. Come on. Get me halfway. You know you want to give me it. It's like a couple of pixels left to being halfway through the field. It's doing this just to drive me crazy. And I'd say there's halfway cleared. Okay, I'm going to take a minute or two, guys, and I will be right back. I'm going to stick this on to pause, and I'll leave it like that. I'm going to kill the audio. And we're back. Sorry about that, folks. We're just going to do a little bit of advertising here. Let's see now, where should I... I'll stick it there. See if that gets anyone to come in and look. And we will now continue and get back to work. Take a break every hour and a half. That's pretty good going for 5 minutes or so. Takes me longer to stand up and get going because of the crutches than anything else. But we'll get this harvest done in no time. I'm slowly creeping past the halfway point now, thank God. This field is absolutely monstrous. Oh, I know where I need to... There was one... I knew there was one other place I needed to... share this. There we go. Now we're rocking. We shall get this field cleared and we will be good. We'll have lots of money in the bank. I hope anyway. Hopefully I'll get about 70 or 80,000 for doing this. I bet the guys that would do the actual contract harvesting wish they get 70 or 80,000 dollars to harvest a single field. No idea what those guys charge. That's something that kind of came about after I got away from farm work. Was the contract harvesting in my area anyway, and it started off with silage harvesting, which I always thought was crazy the way it went. You know, it used to be they would do 2 cuts of silage a year, 1 cut of straw. Now they're pushing out 3 or 4 cuts of silage a year, and some of the farmers back in my own home area, I'm surprised they've not had any serious accidents the way they're filling their pits. There's one guy, I mean, you could see his silage pit from the road as you're driving along, and it was one of the concrete wall style ones, 3 sides. The pit was nearly 1.5 times higher. The silage was stacked nearly 1.5 times higher than the pit walls, and those pit walls were at least 15 feet tall, and he had it stacked even all that way up there, and the way it dropped off on the sides, I'm surprised when they were rolling and compressing it that a tractor didn't fall off the back edge or something and get destroyed. I know they used to work with 2 tractors chained together because they were getting such extreme angles. They couldn't change gears, so basically both tractors were back to back, chained together, and they literally would drag each other back and forwards across the pit. They would keep each other in first gear, and one tractor would go one way. When they got to the edge, other tractor would then just drive straight forwards and drag the other tractor back up. And it's like, I always had images of those chains just snapping and tractors dropping off the back edge. And I've seen it happen, and I've seen tractors fall, and it makes a mess of them. It does make a mess of them. But some of the practices I've seen on farms are just dangerous. Some of the practices I've been involved in on farms have been dangerous. I remember one time getting the lovely job. It was a slurry pit. I had to put on chest waders and get into an open top. It was an old Massey, one of those tiny little old open top Masseys with a muck scraper on the back of it. I had to drive down into the slurry pit and literally push the slurry towards the vacuum tanker that was sitting up, sucking the slurry out, because it wasn't quite soft enough to constantly flow towards the vacuum tanker. We needed to keep moving it. And when I first drove down in there, I mean, I was sitting waist deep in slurry. It was not a fun day. It was not a fun day at all. I tell you, when we finally got out of that, the first thing, we turned on a hose and just hosed ourselves down. But I enjoyed living on the farms, working on the farms. Even with having to do things like that, it was still insane. A lot of fun. Lambing season, that was another one. When I was young, one of my jobs was to look after the orphaned lambs, hand rear them. I had to go out every morning and bottle feed them. It was an experience, especially at such a young age. Also, where I learned to shoot was on the farms. Sitting there with a air rifle, pinging rats that would come running out of the barns or whatnot. Just sitting there and knock them over. Rat after rat. Ah, those were the days. I miss it sometimes. And to think I probably could have ended up actually owning a farm myself at one point if my great-grandfather hadn't passed when he did. He was going to go change his will to leave my grandparents the farm, and the day he was going to change his will, he passed away, and it went to other relatives who sold it off. Otherwise, I quite possibly would have owned the farm today. Which would be absolutely crazy if that happened. I don't know how much time I would have to do YouTube and live streaming and that if I was working in the farm myself. That's for sure. I'd have been a busy boy. Hell, I probably wouldn't even be living in the States. Which would have been a bad thing, I wouldn't have met my wife. It's funny that when you think on how things could have changed, you know, one event could change your entire life. Changed how things, the outcome of things and whatnot. Kind of crazy when you think that way on it. But we're getting there. We're finally past the halfway point in this field. I'm creeping away. After an hour and 50 minutes, we're finally past the halfway point. Jeez. They better pay me damn well for this. That's all I can say. But we'll get up here and see where we're going from there as we cut our way through the fields. It would have been interesting to own my own farm. I certainly probably would have run it a bit different from what some of the guys do nowadays. Myself personally, I'm being brought up with the way my grandfather worked the farms and whatnot. It would have definitely been different in that case. Because my grandfather, he actually cared for the animals, you know what I mean? And he would go out and check every animal every day. Didn't matter if it cows, sheep, whatever. He went and checked every animal. Made sure they were healthy. Hell, he even had a old military style, like a gas mask bag or medical bag, that he had a whole bunch of medicines for the animals in, syringes. So he could, you know, he didn't need to call the vet all the time to come in. He could administer penicillin and whatnot. And he had huge bottles of penicillin, various other medicines. Always on hand. Kind of interesting, to say the least. Kind of fun reminiscing on the old farm life. Yes, I'm on PC. I always play Farming Simulator on the PC. I'm not a big console fan. There's too many mods available on PC for me not to play on PC. Especially as part of what I do on my channel is mod reviews. So you want to play with mods, that's the best platform to play on. Myself, I bought it on Steam this time round. I've not had a problem with it. Yeah, I use Steam myself to play the game. I prefer it that way this time. In the earlier versions I bought on disc or directly from Giants, but this time round I decided just to get it on Steam. They have all the DLC basically, so you're not really losing out on anything. If you do buy it on Steam, and it's always there in your library. That's the other good thing. You can break a disc, you can't really break Steam. That's the other way I look at it. Yeah, maybe in the future. I've not actually done any multiplayer as yet, but I'm looking to do so in the future, so let's see what happens. But if you are looking for multiplayer on that, there is plenty of servers out there on that. You get onto some of the Facebook farming communities, there's people always looking for other people to play with as well, so I know that for a fact, looking for people to drive tractors and whatnot for them. It's quite interesting the way some of the community is, and then when which one? Discord? I've got Discord, I've got TeamSpeak. I've got different ones. I use different programs depending on the situation. I know a lot of people use Discord nowadays rather than TeamSpeak and whatnot, because you can set up channels and whatnot a lot easier. Wow. We're approaching finally 2/3 of the way through the field, as we approach 2 hours of stream time. I honestly don't know. I don't know if TeamSpeak will work on a tablet or not. That was something you'd have to look into. You might be able to find that out on Google. As I say, I don't. I've got it set. I've got them, but I don't have them set up at the moment because I'm live streaming. So I've got enough running on my system at one time. It keeps me busy. I know this field is certainly keeping me busy. Wow. Almost feels like I've hardly cut any of it, even though I'm this far through already. Certainly keeping me busy. The only time I've seen fields this kind of crazy large in the UK was when I was down visiting my uncle in Ipswich. A field out the back of his house where he worked on the farm. He literally started cutting it at 6 in the morning, and at midnight that night he was still cutting the same field. It's like he was going slowly crazy in the combine as well, because it was one of the new ones with the satellite geo-positioning and whatnot, and the only thing he had to do during the day was turn the combine at the end of the row. Literally, he'd turn, press a button, it would line itself up, off it would go again. Turn, press a button, line itself. I mean, for 18 hours he was doing that, going stark bonkers in the combine. A bit like me going stark bonkers here driving this one, slowly trying to get the field cleared just so I can get the mission money, so I can look towards building another, buying a field, another field, keep expanding the farm. Okay, and back we go. Chopping away. The other fun thing about living on a farm was all the free stuff the vendors used to bring. Be it the fertilizer guys or the guys try to sell you a tractor. Free jackets, free hats. Never went without a hat. Now I can't leave the house without wearing a hat. I don't feel dressed if I don't wear a hat nowadays. As crazy as that sounds. I don't think we're going to be here much longer on cutting this field, thank God. Maybe another 30 minutes will clear it out, I hope. Certainly been interesting. I have to start trying to figure out what field I want to buy as well. Maybe field 1 might be a good one to get. Field 2, it's green because we're doing a mission on it. I'm not sure. I have to see what prices are and how much money we have and whatnot when it comes to buying a field. We will have our crop coming off of the field soon though as well. It should be ready pretty soon. Probably by the time these all done. Definitely think I will do a forestry stream at some point as well. Start doing some forestry work and whatnot for you guys, rather than just the straight up farming. Do some forestry. I have to figure out which map I want to use though. So I know that was another popular video series on the channel, so I definitely want to bring it back. American Truck Simulator, definitely think I'll bring it back as well. Plus I have a bunch of new stuff to show you all. So it's a balancing act on exactly what I'm doing and where I'm going. Because I need to keep my mod shot series going. That's definitely being good for the channel. When some new maps drop, I want to cover them with my Grand Tour series. So it's a bit of a balancing act. Figuring out where and when I want to, you know, do things and that, but it's all falling into place steadily. This live stream seems to be quite popular. There's been a few of you popping in and out all night long. Which is good. Could do with more of you hanging around longer, but there's a kind of spur of the moment live stream. I was meant to do it last night, and of course the storms knocked out the power, and I had to unfortunately just ride it out. But tonight are going quite well. Now, in the near future, when I do start getting into a schedule, I'm thinking a Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday schedule. Because I know a lot of people live stream Mondays, Wednesdays and Fridays. I want to try and offset from that so that people can come in and watch that would be normally elsewhere. Well, that's the plan anyway, so let's see how that goes. But that's going to be more once I have the studio set up. Sorry, I needed to have a drink. My throat was getting dry. Which is never fun when you're talking for an extended period. Also, I found ever since I lost my voice for a month in the summertime, my throat gets dry quite quickly. So I've got to drink quite regularly when I'm talking a lot. That wasn't fun. That kind of put a dampener on my YouTube aspirations during the summer. It completely stopped me in my tracks. And things have been going reasonably okay until then, and then suddenly, boom, no voice for a month. And even then, after a month, my voice would crack when I was talking. It took quite some time to recover from it, but now we're back in the saddle, back in the game. I'm actually moving forwards quite reasonably, which I'm happy about. I also, my subscriber count is gaining at a decent level, which is really making me happy. So hopefully tonight we'll have passed 500 subscribers and we're on the road towards 1,000, which will be absolutely awesome if that's the case. But we shall see. I'm guessing this pass round might take us to nearly 3/4 of the way done. I'm hoping. I really am hoping. But the field is finally getting narrower. We're making a dent. We're definitely making a dent. Next pass round here will certainly take a chunk out of that, and this will get a good bit narrower again. It's just this weird shape. The field kind of bellies out at the bottom in both directions, so the bottom end of the field is almost like twice the area of the top end where I am here now, which is just nuts. So I definitely need to get new overlays made. I'll have to work on that, and I also need to get a bot set up and see where we're going from there. Just play things by ear. As we move along. This field is too huge. But we're getting there. Slice by slice, we're getting there. And not bad for my first proper live stream again in quite some time. Certainly. I've been missing actually doing this, to be honest. It's a lot of fun doing the live streams. Especially when I get to interact with people. Not so much when you're sitting here talking to yourself all the time, but when people get on and start talking to me, it really takes things to the next level. And I get kind of hyped when I see someone joining the channel and sit there looking at the chat hoping they'll say something. Funny that how you do things like that. But between the way the channel is growing and doing the live streams and that, hopefully we'll start to actually be able to get decent numbers of people watching live at any given time. That'll feel good and be good. I may set up in the future through my Patreon to allow patrons to maybe join me in games and whatnot, so that might be an idea for the future of things. I have to, once again, as I say, play that by ear. Because I'm not sure, I may hold off on getting a server until Farming Simulator 2019. I'm not sure, I'll play it out by year, as I say. Because we should start hearing about 2019 in the next few months. We should start getting some teasers from Giants about it. Unless, of course, they're going to hold off an extra year on producing it. But we should be due the next title then. So, I suppose we shall see. Okay. Back across we go. Yeah, even though it's kind of wide here, it is getting narrower. I can see the edge easily. It's not as far around the corner anymore. It's mainly this long edge here that's the mainstay now. And even that's getting steadily worked down, which is good. Okay. Wow. Yeah, the hopper is now, it's still filling up top, but it's not filling down the bottom right hand side at all now, basically. Maybe one point every so very often. I think that's funny. I definitely want to see more life on the farms as well when we get the new Farming Simulator. It'd be nice to see things like that. Maybe the ability to hire in contractors or even do the work yourself to like tear down old sheds and replace them with new. You know, be able to redesign your farm. That'd be a nice touch. Kind of some construction elements in there. Hook them up with Lambo, with his construction components. Take that to the next level. That'd be interesting. So yeah, we're definitely at the 2/3 of the way around this field now, Mark. Definitely soon be at 3/4 of the way round. It's crazy. Just how much stuff I'm lifting out of this field, how big this field actually is. It's absolutely crazy. But as crazy as it is, it's going to be well worth the money. Definitely well worth the money. Just keep cruising on up here. Wow, we used quite a bit of fuel already as well. See, this was full when we got it. We used what? Maybe 1/4 of a tank? That's quite a lot. You can see this farm getting expensive. Now, I'm thinking about adding a maintenance mod to this map. It might be interesting to do so, the toolbox mod, so that vehicles can break down and then I'd have to, you know, repair them and whatnot. So that's what I'm thinking about doing. I've not actually looked into the maintenance mod myself yet, but I've heard it's interesting, so I have to check it out. Get a feel for it before I actually use it in this game, so might be worthwhile though. Yeesh, 2 hours and 20 minutes of combining to get to this point so far. That's crazy. I just think it could be worse. We could be doing field 7, which is that monster there right in the middle. It's like 3 times the size of this field. Oh, I dread to think how much it's even worth, that one field. Let's check it out. Might be worthwhile after doing this to have a look to see. Doubt I can afford to buy it, but just out of curiosity to see how much they're wanting for it. Same with this field, see how much they're wanting for it after doing a mission on it. So the more missions you do, the cheaper the fields get, the more money you make. Of course, along with selling your own crops and whatnot. The other thing is, I need to figure out where all the grass is on this. I'm guessing it's down near 15, or down near 13, next to the sawmill there maybe? I'm not sure. And then round about field 6 and 5. There's not absolutely huge grass pastures on this field, and that's an issue because I want to get cattle going and I need silage, so I may have to silage down chaff or something instead of grass. Either that or plant out a field of grass, which is in a sense a waste of a field because you're losing that field. So I'm not sure. I'll see how it goes. And back around we come again. And make another cut. Take another chunk out of this field. Okay, we're doing pretty good. We're nearly at 3/4 of the field done now, finally. This has just been insanity. Harvesting this one field. That is for certain. But it seems to be getting quicker. To do this last section, this last like quarter of the field, or third of the field I should say, than it has the rest. So I'll just play it by ear, feel out where we're going with it. And I can't believe 2 hours and 21 minutes to combine this field to this point so far. I'm crazy. Absolutely crazy. But we're doing good. And we gained a few more subscribers tonight as well, which I'm really happy about. Helping us move forwards. Every little helps with the channel. And don't forget, hit that like button if you've been enjoying this. I'll get a like train going on this video, and I might be able to get more people coming in to watch while I'm still here. Wow. One thing, considering the size of this area or not, once it's loaded in, I don't get any real lag or stutter while I'm moving around. Some maps, modded maps anyway, have been horrendous of late with stutter. I'm guessing they're just not optimized. And this one, pretty decent, apart from trees being in the wrong place along the edge of this field, causing me issues. Oh. Combining. My singing scared them off. I'm sorry, come back. I won't sing anymore. Honest. Yeah, well, we're nearly there now. Nearly 3/4 of the way through. This bottom edge will probably take us to 3/4 of the way through. It definitely is. The circle is moving a lot faster now, it feels to me anyway. I don't know why, but it is, which is a good thing. I mean, that first half felt like it took forever. The second half, a lot quicker. It's always the way of it though. You're installing a game, you know, first 89% is really quick, and then the last 11% takes longer than the entire 89% before it. Like, you installation bar are lying to me. But you get that a lot. The video games and whatnot. Okay, and around we come. We start cutting back in this way. Get another chunk of the field cleared. Ugh. Wait, you see, I'll get all this cleared and there'll be just like a tiny little sliver and I need to come out and grab like along that edge or something to finish this up. It'll just drive me crazy trying to get it. Either that or there'll be a big chunk left and it'll suddenly go, "You are now complete. Here's your money." Let's continue along here. I can't even remember how many minutes it gave us now. It was a ridiculous number of minutes it actually gave us to do this mission, and I'm going to have them done and still have time left over, which I'm not complaining about. I don't mind blitzing a mission in an awesome way. Okay, we've nearly got rid of this hook here at the end of this field. That's what I like to see. Once we get rid of that, we've got not as much left to do, because this is like the second longest edge here going back up the field, and it's getting shorter and shorter. There's the hook. Drive out, come round. And back up we go. So yeah, as I was saying, I've got a couple of games I'm going to be doing videos on. Definitely one I think we're going to do a series on starting this week, and a few other things to do as well. So I've got plenty to keep me busy. That's one thing for certain. Plenty to keep me busy. Just playing things by ear on how I'm doing, getting things set up to go is the main issue, and having the time to record things as well. Yay, we're over 3/4 of the way done. Two hours and 28 minutes. Quarter way to go. I'm going slightly mad. I'm going slightly mad. It finally happened. Yes, I'm singing again. Sorry guys. I go crazy sometimes and start singing. So what other simulator games would you like to see me doing live streams of? I've got Gold Rush, I've got America Truck Simulator, I've got European Truck Simulator. I've got a few. Plenty to do live streams of anyway. Definitely think I'll do an ATS live stream one of these days. That might be quite interesting. A bit more interesting than me driving around the same field over and over in a combine. At least with ATS I'll be able to do different loads and whatnot. I'll be able to ask you guys what loads you want to see me do. Things like that. And I'll probably use a few mods because some of the mods on ATS are quite good. Especially cargo mods. Oh god, I've forgotten the guy's name, the modder's name. He makes a whole bunch of trailer and cargo mods that are absolutely awesome for American Truck Simulator. I'm forgetting his name off the top of my head. Which is just typical of me. Okay. Yeah, we're really starting to put a dent in this. Coming up through here like that every time. Thank God, because it's getting insane. Okay, and back into the field we go. Just munch our way down through here. Now a couple more runs up and down here and a large chunk of it is going to disappear. Which will make me happy. I mean, in fact, have a look as we come down here. Nah, I think we'll just keep going. I was contemplating coming back up and going down a couple of times and clearing this out, but I'll just keep going round. Easier this way. Hello, Cyber Redneck. Not much, just driving myself insane in a combine harvester. What's up with you? That's weird. You snuck in and somehow you've been watching me, the viewer count's not changed. Weird. I love your name, by the way, Cyber Redneck. That is absolutely awesome. There it goes, viewer count now changed. Yay! This field has been driving me insane. I have been literally going round and round in circles for 2 hours and 34 minutes harvesting this place, and I still have Well, I'm under a quarter now. I'd say about nearly a fifth left to clear. It's enough to make you go crazy. Big fields. And the best is, this isn't even the largest field. Field 7 is about 3 times the size of this field. Yes, yes, it's from the Agritechnica DLC. I decided to do the Agrovation farm because everyone else is doing the Platinum DLC, and I'm like, you know what, I want to do the Agrovation just to be different. And now I'm going, did I make the right choice or did I just go absolutely insane? It's quite some map though. As I say, there were some really large fields and then there's some not so large fields. And then there's some insane fields. And as you can see, if you look at the top right hand corner, no, the Agritechnica DLC, when they release it next year, it's going to be free. They have stated that it will be a free DLC when they release it next year. It was just that so many people actually got it because there was someone that was at Agritechnica leaked a DLC link and the code for the DLC to unlock it. I jumped on it when as soon as I seen it, I jumped on it and grabbed a copy. There is meant to be some improvements made to it, but we'll see what happens when they actually do get around to releasing it. But yeah, Horse and Giants have said it's going to be free DLC. To be honest, I think they should just go ahead and release it now after it got leaked like it did, to be honest. I'm not even sure if the download link that I have still works or not. I haven't actually looked into that since it happened. It's probably been deactivated by now. Yeah, you definitely, it's the best thing to do, you know, grab it while you can. You know, when it comes out next year, if there's any major changes to that, you know, yeah, we can grab it again, but to start with, we've already got it. We can avoid the rush on the servers. That's the way I was thinking as well. Be able to sit back and relax. I actually got quite a good response from that shut down yesterday. They actually left it up quite some time then. That was surprising. because I know I done a video on the DLC on my channel and it got quite a good response, and I had a copy of the link there for people to get it. So just if people got it, they got it. If they didn't, they didn't. I'm just glad when I found that the link that came with the instructions were kind of easy to understand to actually be able to get the map to work. Yeah, there is a lot of the equipment's prototype equipment and whatnot, so it's kind of fun that way. I myself, I do like the map, even though these fields are absolutely ridiculously large. I've been enjoying playing it. Oh, nothing worse. Fortunately, I'm long since past school, so I have time to do my videos and whatnot and try and grow my channel. As long as I don't lose my voice again like I did in the summertime, I'll be good. Okay. Good lord. That field feels like it's never ending. Honestly swear, that's what it feels like. It feels like it's never ending. Can't be much more until, honestly, till I get 100% on this field. 2 hours and 42 minutes of combining non-stop, just about. That's a lot of combining. As I was saying earlier, one thing I really wish they would actually do, maybe in 2019, yeah, I know. What I'm hoping is for in Farming Simulator 2019 is for the likes of what I'm doing here right now. There's a, you know, a mission field. Is to actually add in having like AI tractors coming to unload you. Because I mean, my tank has been sitting at 89%. Forever now, and I'm still sitting at 89%, so it's something I'd like to see them add. It'd make the game just that little bit better, more realistic. Yeah, I figured out the hire worker on, which field is it? Field 3, why it was having issues. It was because there's lumps along the side of the field that catch under the header of the combine and literally push the combine back out across the field, and that gives you issues there with the workers. I'm gonna have to try out Courseplay on this and see how it does, because I do actually have Courseplay installed, but it doesn't work with missions, unfortunately. But Message ain't going. Come on, field, work with me here. I'm telling, there's going to be a 3-hour job. I'm betting that, so it's going to be another 15 minutes of this just to finish this field off. I don't actually have AI extension. I've never tried it out myself. I'll have to look into that. I was actually thinking about adding in maybe a repair mod and a toolbox. I wanted to check that out and see what those are like. I've tried that on missions before and I've had some issues with that, so I'm giving it a skip on this one. I'll try it on another field next time round, I think. So, last season when I did that, took it for myself, it actually failed the mission. It's like, okay, so whether it was because of the way the map was scripted or whatnot, I've no idea. I can say thank God for cruise control. I'd have no fingers left if it wasn't for cruise control. Oop. Sorry about that, guys, I just hit my shock mount. Yeah, we're doing good. Just cruising along. A couple more passes around this field and I'll finally be done. Thank God. Yeah, I'm looking to get a wheel myself in the future because I have arthritis in my hands and I don't like controllers. I prefer to work with mouse and keyboard, but for extended periods I'm definitely going to have to think about getting a wheel or something like that to be able to handle long stretch gaming, especially as well because I don't just play farming simulator, I play truck simulators as well and driving simulators, so I definitely need to think about investing in a decent wheel, probably a Logitech G27. That's what I'm thinking about anyway. Hell, if I can get big enough I might be able to get one given to me as a sponsorship. Oh, farming away. This field's going to be a nuisance, I know it. It's going to be a pain on getting cleared because it's going to I bet it's going to want me to go down at this edge down here and gather up the little bit that's in among the trees, the badly placed trees. Which will be just my luck. The basic wheel a lot of people use for farm sims, Logitech G27, I know of. So it should work for doing, you know, your racing games and that. Certainly it'll work that way anyway. And I know people buy shifters and whatnot to use with it, so G29, sorry. Thank you, Dante, and welcome to the channel. I don't know why I was saying G27. Hang on, I do know why I was saying G27. I've been combining this same field for 2 hours and 50 minutes. My brain is melted. I swear. I could just about do this blindfolded now. That's how bad it's getting. But we're nearly there, finally. Thank goodness. Not much. Just trying to grow my channel and do a bit of farming in the process. I happened to pick one of the huge fields by accident, and I've been going crazy doing a mission on the field for the past couple hours. Yeah, it is a good map, and it actually runs surprisingly smoothly. You get a few stutters when you first load it, and then it goes nice and smoothly. But good God, I'm glad I chose this field by accident, not the field 7, because this would end up being like an 8-hour long live stream just to do that one field. I mean, it is ridiculous. This mission they gave me, that much time. I still have 222 minutes left on the mission time. It's like, really? Wow, everyone's rolling in all of a sudden. Oh, that's cool. But actually, I'm betting it's quite a good map for multiplayer. The size of it wise. I bet. That's something I've never actually looked into, even when I'm watching other people playing in that. How do missions work when you're playing multiplayer? I've never actually seen what people say about that. I actually haven't played really much multiplayer farm sim at all, and something I'm thinking about getting into doing so soon. I'm just curious because myself personally, I am you know, a legit, when I'm playing like this I like to play legit. I don't like to use cheats. I don't like to use mods that are ridiculously overpowered. Like the only mod I've got on here at the moment is the horse DLC mod. So, oh, and courseplay of course, but I am thinking about, as I was saying earlier, I'm thinking about adding in a repair mod to this and maybe a toolbox so my machines can break down and I have to maintain them. Just for another touch of realism. I think that'll be quite a lot of fun. I do intend to start doing more live streams as well, so hopefully I'll be able to get into a schedule of doing them along with doing the videos on my channel. Be able to keep things running smoothly. Mind you, there's realistic and then there's realistic, because some of the payouts on some of these jobs is just ridiculous. You know, I bet contractors out there would love to get paid 70 or 80,000 for combining a field. That's for certain. I'm also thinking about bringing my forestry season back as well, but I need to find a new good decent forestry map to bring you guys some good content. Thanks, man. See you around. Have a good one. Wow, I got busy there. And more people coming in. Hello. But we're finally getting there. And hey, welcome 400 EX. How are you? How are you? Myself, I'm going absolutely insane. I've been combining the same field for 3 hours straight now. I am not even finished it yet. Insane. Oh, yeah, gotta love some giant equipment. Tiny farm, giant equipment. Giant farm, tiny equipment. I've seen it all. Oh, come on. Please. I just want to be done with this job. Whee! I can't take much more now, because I mean literally we're down to a generally shrinking area. See, that's one thing I found playing Farming Simulator. It took me a little bit to get used to some of the American equipment and that, because I'm originally from the UK. I grew up on farms in the UK, so I'm used to British equipment and whatnot, and also not absolutely huge equipment. And then come over here, it's like, wow. You encounter some of these jacked up sprayer wagons and things like that you use over here for going through the crops and spraying while sitting up above the crop. It's like, good God. They look so unstable to me, to be honest. I think they're going to fall over. But it's been interesting, you know, learning about certain things that way. Like, in my time on the farms and whatnot, and then, you know, coming over here and that, one thing that threw me completely off when I was doing my mod reviews was the auger wagons. I actually had to ask other people. There was one mod I was reviewing. I actually had to ask other people, was this auger wagon meant to be this size? It turned out it wasn't. It was too large, but I'd never actually encountered them myself. Sterndeutsch. Well, I can say in the UK, we used Case, Massey Ferguson, John Deere, of course. Back when I originally was on the farms, it was with my grandfather. We had a British Leyland tractor, so you know, that's going back. Those things aren't even made anymore. But even the John Deeres we had on the farms are nothing. They were large, and they were getting ridiculously large, some of them were, but nothing in comparison to some of the tractors you guys have over here. It's like, why? And then of course you see how big your fields are as well. It's like, okay, that's why. It's just insane. Weirdest tractor I have driven, I would say, would be the Lamborghini. Literally a tractor made by the Lamborghini sports car company. That was just nuts. Pure white tractor with Lamborghini badging. You don't see those every day. Hell, I've hardly seen them since. I think I've only ever seen one Lamborghini tractor. But of course they friggin' well set it up as well. I mean, the gearbox on the tractor was ridiculous. It had a lot of pulling power on that, but it wanted to race. You could literally take the thing out and try and race cars with it almost. It was like a precursor to the JCB Fast Track. Which, in my opinion, was an absolutely ridiculous idea for a tractor. Let's make a tractor that can do 90 kilometers per hour. Help! No, thank you. Wow, Leyland? Really? Huh. Because I know the company disappeared in 1989. They stopped making tractors completely. That's interesting. Maybe they're classics, I'm not sure. Fend, yeah, Class, Deutsch. New Holland, Ford, yeah. Farmall, I've heard of Farmall, I've never seen one. Case and Case International. That's crazy. Come on, we're nearly there. We are nearly there. Oh. Wow, I've honestly never heard of one of those. Oh, that's a shame. Makes me want want to have the money to go and rescue them. I'll have to look up that Minneapolis Moline 670. That's an interesting sounding tractor. Yeah, as I say, Fast Track is the most ridiculous tractor ever thought, brought into existence. It's like, no! Save us! Absolutely crazy. Like I'm going crazy trying to complete this. Okay, we can't have much more to go now, to be honest. We're really starting to get this all cleared out now. Oh wow, that'd be a nice collection. Huh. Interesting, something different anyway. That's for certain. Okay. Wow. This has been an undertaking and a half, but we're finally getting towards the end of the field. There's so much that Giants could add into Farming Simulator. When you actually look at the farm, you know, the farming life and that, how much they could add into Farming Simulator in the future to make it more realistic, you know. Myself personally, I'd love to see them I'll definitely look it up. I'd love to see them add in the likes of, like you're saying, tractor pulling would be interesting for them to add into the game. myself, I'd like to see them add in, like, so you've got your farm, being able to take down the sheds, build new sheds, even if you're having to bring in contractors to do it or whatnot. I think it'd be interesting being able to do that kind of thing, just to add more variety to the game, add more realism to the game. Yeah, I'll definitely be looking up them tractors later on. You've got me curious about them. Oh wow. We're nearly there. Maybe one more time round the field. Well, yeah, that sometimes depends on the company as well. I've been actually finding out a bit about that. Like, so they got Massey Ferguson, yet they don't actually release a lot of their vehicles and whatnot. It's because Massey only allows them to release certain items. It's the same with the other manufacturers as well. Yeah. Either drop the link in the chat or send it to me as a message. One or the other's fine. I'm definitely interested in checking that out. I don't have a bot that will block any links at the moment, so feel free to drop them in the chat. Oh, we're nearly there. Will it be this cut here, or will it be the cut across the bottom that finishes this? It's slowly closing pixel by pixel. Yeah, this combine needs a bath. Fortunately it's not mine, so I don't need to worry about doing that. It belongs to someone else. They can clean it. $200 minutes still to go. Three hours and 13 minutes to get to this point. Oh my god. Absolutely nuts. Nope, it's definitely not going to be this cut. It might be one along the bottom, it might be on the way back up the other side. Wow, we were busy there for a minute or two. We had a lot of people come in. Brain melting. Too many hours of combining the same field. Okay, get that. We're so close. We are so close. Let us finish this time round. Come on. I'm betting not. I'm betting I'm gonna have to go up the side again. It's gonna do this just to annoy me. Dum 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 dum. Oh. And cut. Nope. Gonna make me go up the back edge one more time. I'm gonna get round. I'll start sliding back up here again. While I go crazy. I'm crazy. Oh, I needed that drink. Nearly there. It's still gonna mess with me, isn't it? It's gonna mess with me. Oh, we're so close. Please. Any time now. It's slowly closing pixel by pixel. Nope, it's not going to do it on this run. I'm going to have to go back down the other side once more. And make our turn. We shouldn't have to go far this time to actually finish this cut here though. I don't think. I hope not. Damn, can you private message me on YouTube? Well, that's strange because I don't have a bot or anything set up to delete links. Huh. Weird. come on. It's like 1 pixel wide. Finish, come on please, finish for me. 3 hours and 20 minutes. Of complete insanity. Okay, thanks man. Appreciate that. Thank you, I'll definitely check it out. Is it going to make me harvest this entire field? I'm positive it completed. I didn't actually convert it. It was converted by different breed modding. I'm a member of their group on Facebook. I basically do mod reviews for them and Lambo Mods. So it's quite a fun conversion. Finally. Wow. Good God, that paid well. 182,000 and 69,000 bonus. I'm rich. Out of curiosity, how much would that field be to buy? 2 million. Yeah. So I want to check out before we finish up. As I say, I do a lot of mod reviews. Either do ones for mods that Lambo and Different Breed make themselves. I've done some for Taylor Farms. Just various mod makers and that. I also go just onto Mod Hub and Modland and whatnot, and find mods that interest me and do reviews on them as well. So it lets people get a look at the mod before they decide to download it or not. That's the way why I do it. And it's been slowly growing, my channel, since I got back to doing YouTube and that. My channel's actually been doing pretty good. I've gained, I think, nearly 30 subscribers this month so far, which I am really happy about, but I wanted to grow faster. Yeah, I wanted to check out this field here a minute, just out of curiosity. Wow, they only give you 162 minutes to fertilize this field. Okay. And the other thing I needed to check was the growth of mine is still growing, so oh. BeamNG Drive is a lot of fun. I actually intend to do a few videos on it at some point. So, where is... I'm going to get back to the farm. Down by the fire station here. And in here. Actually going to park up down here. think. Oop. I'm going to set her off back in here next to the wash area. So I'd like to thank you all for coming out tonight. I really appreciate it. It's been great having people to talk to and that. I'm not sure when I'm going to do my next live stream yet. I'm trying to figure out my schedule on that, and I'll definitely let you guys know. I'll put something up on the channel when I've got to figure out exactly when I'm going to do it. And of course I'll post up on Facebook and whatnot when I am getting ready to start. So you guys have a great time. If you're new here, please hit the subscribe button, and I'll be back again another time with another live stream. Till then, all stay safe, and thank you very much for being here.